as the silence appears. We're not the kind that needs a crowd. Oh, we don't chase sparks just to burn them out. You look at me like you understand why I don't need a bigger plan. You don't fill the space with promises. You don't rush the truth. You just sit with me like staying is what lovers do. We stay when it's quiet, when nothing's left to say, when the night feels longer and the feeling doesn't fade. We stay when it's quiet, when there's no one else around. If love is what's left standing, then this is what we found. I've learned how love can be a show. Big words, fast hearts, then letting go. But you don't shine just to be seen. You love me soft, you love me clean. We build our days out of small things, half-spoken hopes, borrowed dreams. You know my fears without asking. You know when to let me breathe. If the world forgets our name, I'll still know who I am. Standing right here, holding your hand. We stay when it's quiet, when the echoes fade away, when nothing's pulling at us, but we're choosing to stay. We stay when it's quiet, no proof, no parade, just love that doesn't leave when the noise fades. Maybe forever isn't loud. Maybe it's learning how to keep choosing each other when no one's watching now. No side, still here. We stay when it's quiet, when the truth feels bare, when loving you is simple, and I don't need to be scared. If the world keeps spinning, then everything changes shape. We stay when it's quiet, and that's why it stays. Right here, we stay. Right here, we stay. I'll scream my name into the ceiling, heard it fall back just the same. I've chased applause and empty feelings, dancing circles in the flame. But when the noise finally faded and the crowd walked out the door, you were standing in the silence like you've been there before. I don't need the spotlight burning, I don't need the roar. I need someone who still hears me when costume, change my face to survive. But you see me underneath it. You don't ask me to hide. I don't promise easy endings. I don't swear I won't break. But I'll bleed honest emotion for every vow that I made. Take my hand in the darkness, don't look away. I'm not fragile when I'm truthful, I'm brave. You stay long after the echo, through the fall and the rise. When the world starts clapping and I can't recognize who I am without the noise, without the show, without the glow. You stay long after the echo. If I lose my balance, hold me steady. If I burn too brightly, let me ready. I'd rather stand exposed than safe and hollow. No disguise, just like no disguise. You stay long after the echo, when forever feels unclear, when I'm nothing but my heartbeat and my fear. You stay long after the echo, not for fame, not for show. If love survives the silence, then I know. Unfiltered, alive. I felt love like a wildfire, burning fast, leaving scars. I've chased words that sounded perfect, but never showed up when it got hard. Now I don't need the drama, I don't need the fight. I just need a hand to hold in the middle of the night. You don't rush my healing, you don't ask me to be brave. You let me feel everything, and that's why I stay. You're a slow fire, steady light, warming me from the inside. Not a spark that fades by morning, not a love that runs and hides. You're a slow fire, steady light. When my faith begins to shake, you don't burn me just to shine, you stay. I've learned that love is patience, it's forgiveness spoken low. It's staying when it's easier to turn around and go. You've seen me at my weakest, when my strength was barely there, and you didn't try to fix me, you just stayed and cared. If my past comes back knocking and my heart feels tired again, you don't ask me to be stronger. You just say, I'm here. You're a slow fire, steady light, through the dark and through the pain. When my tears fall without warning, you don't turn away. You're a slow fire, steady light, not a moment, not a phase. You don't promise me forever, you behave. If loving you means feeling more, then I won't close my heart. I'd rather risk the truth again than live afraid of the dark. Hold me, stay close. You're a slow fire, steady light, when the world feels cold and loud. You don't save me with your words, you save me by how you're around. You're a slow fire, steady light, and I finally understand. Love doesn't need to burn me down to last. Still glowing, still here. I don't need the answers tonight. I don't need to know it all. I've been standing on the edge, afraid of how far I'd fall. But you don't push, you don't pull, you don't rush my heart at all. You just open up your arms like you're a soft place to fall. Every time I overthink, you slow me down with one touch. You don't promise me forever, you just give me enough. You're a soft place to fall when my mind won't slow down, when the world feels heavy and I'm breaking inside out. You're a soft place to fall. No pressure, no walls, I don't need to be stronger when you're a soft place to fall. I've been scared of getting close, of letting someone see all the parts I hide away when I'm not sure of me. But you don't stare at my flaws like there's something to fix. You kiss them like they matter, like they're part of the kiss. If I start to drift away, you don't chase, you don't call, you just stay right where you are, and I come back to you all on my own. You're a soft place to fall when I'm losing my breath, when my heart runs ahead of what my mind can accept. You're a soft place to fall. No fear when I'm close, I don't feel like I'm drowning. I finally let go. I don't need saving, I need slow. I don't need perfect, I need home. Every word you don't say still says enough. Stay here, don't wait. Stay here, don't run. You're a soft place to fall when the night pulls me in, when I'm scared of the quiet and the thoughts creeping in. You're a soft place to fall. I don't fall fast, I don't rush. I've seen how promises break. I don't chase love for the feeling, I stay for what's real to take. I move quiet, I move honest. I read the room, read the signs. I don't need words every minute, I feel every time. You don't pull me, you don't test me, you don't make me prove my truth. You let me choose you freely, and that's why I choose you. I'm choosing love in real time, not the story, not the show. When it's messy, when it's simple, when it's moving fast or slow. I'm choosing love in real time, no control, no disguise. I don't fall into forever, I decide it with my eyes. I don't need a love that owns me, I don't need to be explained. I need space to be my whole self and trust to stay the same. You don't flinch when I pull back, you don't rush me when I pause. You understand my silence like you've read it before. If I leave the room for air, you know I'm coming back. I don't walk away from love, I just move with where I'm at. I'm choosing love in real time, every moment as it comes. Not a promise in the distance, just an hour standing on. I'm choosing love in real time, no performance or no lines. If this love keeps showing up, I'll keep choosing it in time. No rush, no chase, we move that I slow burn, still sure. I'm choosing love in real time. If I know it, I'm down. I'm choosing love in real time, even when it's not defined. When the past knocks on my door and I leave it behind. I'm choosing love in real time, no fear, no disguise. If love is a decision, I make it with my life. Easy. I've seen love come with warning signs, hearts that promise then retreat. I've learned how easy it is to run when staying feels incomplete. But you don't leave when it's complicated, you don't fade when doubts appear. You stay grounded in the moment, like you've chosen to be here. You don't swear the stars will align, you don't paint a perfect view. You just show up every time, and that's what pulls me through. You're here without leaving, even when it's hard to stay. When the answers take their time, and the sky feels far away. You're here without leaving, no escape, no disguise. If love is a decision, you're choosing it with your life. faith begins to bend. You remind me we don't leave, we just learn and then you're here without leaving. Hey, hey, through the noise and through the calm. Hey, hey, when the road feels unfamiliar. Hey, hey, and I don't know where we're going on. You're here without leaving behind every low. If love is showing up, then you already know. Hands up, hearts open wide. We don't need to run or hide. Love doesn't mean we never fall. It means we rise every time. Stay right here. You're here without leaving. When the night turns into day. When the spark becomes a flame that doesn't fade away. You're here without leaving. I finally see forever isn't running fast. It's standing next to me. Still shining, still here. The room feels smaller when you leave, like the walls start listening. I don't talk much, you already know what I'm afraid of saying. I don't trust the sound of promises, they echo then they fade. I trust the way you sit with me when nothing needs to be explained. I don't ask you to fix the mess or tell me it's okay. Just don't disappear when I look away. When everything falls silent and the noise is finally gone. When the world forgets our names and the night keeps moving on. What remains is us, just breath and skin and trust. When nothing else is standing, what remains is us. I've learned how to leave first before I get too close. I've learned how to go numb when feelings overdosed. You don't rush my heartbeat, you don't chase my fear. You let me be unfinished and still stay near. If I pull the covers over my head, don't take it as a sign. I just need the quiet to feel alive. When everything falls silent and the truth feels paper thin. When I don't have the energy to let anyone in. What remains is us. No future, no past, just the moment holding. What remains is us. If I disappear for a while, I promise you won't panic. I always come back when it's quiet. I don't need forever, I don't need a plan. Just stay close enough to feel my out completely, and I'm left with who I am. When loving feels like surviving, and surviving's all I can. What remains is us. No drama, no fuss. When everything is taken, what remains is us. Nothing left to prove. I've worn the weight of expectation, carry crowns I didn't choose. I've learned the cost of validation and the strength in telling the truth. I don't need the room to follow. I don't need to raise my voice. I made peace with who I am. Every scar was my own choice. 'Cause I don't need your permission to stand tall in my skin. I don't need confirmation. I already know who I've been. I got nothing left to prove. No more bending, no more fear. I don't shine because they watch me. I shine because I'm here. I got nothing left to prove. I don't break, I don't pretend. If you stand right here beside me, we don't need to explain. I've seen love try to shape me into something small and safe, but you don't flinch when I rise up. You don't ask me to behave. You don't love me in pieces. You don't feel my fire inside. You don't dim when I glow stronger. You glow right by my side. Yeah. If the world gets uncomfortable with a woman standing free, let 'em talk, let 'em wonder. That ain't got nothing on me. I got nothing left to prove. I don't know the past a thing. I don't shrink to fit a moment. I expand into my wings. I got nothing left to prove. No disguise, no defense. If you love me equal. That's the only sense. I don't need saving. I need respect. I don't need cages. I need a breath. Stand with me, not behind. Two strong hearts align. No doubt, no chains. I got nothing left to prove. I've already paid my dues. If I give my love to you, it's because I choose to. I got nothing left to prove. I'm not running, I'm not moved. This is power in my calm. This is truth. Still standing, still me. Even the silence knows expectations, every rule they try to write. I will live my life between the questions, never scared of changing sides. I don't need the crowd to notice, I don't need a spotlight glow. I've learned how truth reveals itself, even when the silence knows. I don't follow borrowed footsteps, I decide the way I go. But when you're walking next to me, I don't walk alone. Even the silence knows when love's standing still. No promises, no grand display, just choosing what is real. Even the silence knows when hearts refuse to fall, if love is more than words can say. Even the silence knows I don't fall into illusions, I don't chase a fantasy. I believe in conscious moments where you see none of me. You don't try to own my rhythm, you don't slow my forward pace. You move beside my shadow, you respect my space. I don't need a perfect ending, I need presence I can feel. Even the silence knows when staying is the choice, when love speaks loudest without raising its voice. Even the silence knows when nothing needs to show, if truth is what we're standing on. Even the silence knows. Even the silence knows. I don't need forever, I need now. I don't need devotion, if it bows, stand with me. Eye to eye, no disguise. Slow steps, aligned. Even the silence knows when love is fully grown, when two strong hearts remain aware and choose to stand alone. Together still their own. Even the silence knows. Even the silence knows. Intentional, timeless.